Hey, folks. Welcome back to West Coast Media Solutions. I know it has been quite a while since I have uploaded a video or gone live or anything like that. Had to take some time away from doing social media, especially particularly videos, stuff like that, to focus more on my health in terms of this menopause, they call it menopause thing that I have been experiencing and just trying to get a hold and grasp of that. I've been dealing with a lot of the symptoms and challenges for the last couple of years. And so it just really came to a head a few months ago. And so I've been doing some things that has helped tremendously, but I'll save that for another video. Today, I want to just talk about the furlough that I'm under, because as you guys know, I am a federal employee and Congress still has not come to an agreement with the budget. So as of October 1st, which was last Wednesday, we were all sent home. I think it's nearly 700,000 or maybe over 700,000 of us that have been sent home. And so just wanted to talk a little bit about that, what I'm doing during this time and stuff like that, and just generally just kind of catch up. So I basically been doing what I had been doing, which is going to the gym, taking my herbal supplements and stuff like that, and taking care of our dogs. As some of you guys know, we breed toy poodles. Our breeding business is called Poodles of Magnolia because our state flower is our tree or whatever is the magnolia. So that's where we got the name from. And we have three females and one male. Our third female, we got her a year ago, almost a year ago. So she hasn't had a litter yet, but she hopefully will be having one before the end of this year. So, but our other two, they've had multiple litters and just got rid of the last litter, the last female from the last litter last week. So still doing that. Husband still has the trucking, although that's been very volatile really since last November. Um, that's been a real struggle and a real challenge. We had got another truck for a friend of mine's, and that didn't end up working out. About I guess it's been about at least 6 months now. So we struggled with that to find another um, driver slash owner operator in training. That we found somebody that's kind of been up and down. So don't know what's going to really end up happening with that. But so that's that. We bought the land, as you guys know, in Kenya last year, 2 acres, and we put a 8-foot natural stone wall, retaining wall around the entire 2 acres. Uh, and so that's done. We had to pay cash for everything. And it took us a little over a year to pay for all of that. Hopefully, we're still struggling to get all of the architectural plans and all that type of stuff so then we can get the quotes to start construction. We're hoping that by the end of this year we can get the rest of the architectural plans. That's been a real challenge. We've gone through 2 people already. So yeah, but I'll show you guys the tentative drawings. Oh, let me get that real quick. I was gonna take it off of my board here, but as you can see, so this is the tentative site plan, and I'll turn it this way so you guys can make more sense of it. But you can see down here are the two parking lots. So you would enter, it's showing like it's this way, but it's actually you would come this way up the road and enter here. This is the guard booth. This is going to be the groundskeeper quarters. This is the reception area here. I believe this is a cottage. And I think this is a cottage here. And then we're going to have two duplex cottages here and here. A pickleball court, some fire pits, hammocks, fitness room. I think this is going to be a pool here. This is our private area down here. This will be our house, our pool, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the, and here are some of the, it's going to be A-frames. The name of our project is called A-frames on the Hill for English. And then for the Swahili, it's A-frames Kiawana Kialamia. I'm probably not saying that right, but these are just some concept photos of what we envision it to look like. Oh, there'll be a mini putting golf area as well, as you can see on this picture up here. But yeah, so this A-frame style house down here on the bottom, that's basically what we want our house to look like. And then the two single A-frames, we want to kind of look like this. I didn't print out the duplex A-frames, a picture of that, but yeah, so that's it there. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing, is just tending to our dogs and working out, cleaning up around the house. Hopefully, this shutdown won't last more than 30 days. That's what they told us, that they're anticipating that it's not going to last more than 30 days. So that's what we're hoping for, that it doesn't, continue on too much longer. I got rid of my car before the shutdown, because I knew the shutdown was going to happen, because we have two other vehicles. So it really didn't make no sense, and my husband's out on the road a lot. So, we had two other vehicles just basically sitting most of the time. So I got rid of my car. That's helped a lot. That's going to help a lot, free up a lot of income and allow us to be able to save and invest in preparation for retirement. Shooting to be able to retire early in 48 months, assuming that this furlough is over and I don't get let go, and able to just kind of make it through the next a few years under this current regime. is the plan, and simultaneously build out our homestead in Kenya. We plan to we're hoping to be able to set up, in addition to our house, um, 6 Airbnbs, so that we have a source of income, you know, coming from Kenya, and then we will probably rent out our house here in the States. We have a studio apartment that we converted from a garage. So we already get rental income from that. And then when we get ready to move to Kenya, we'll probably rent out the main house that we currently reside in, as what we're kind of leaning towards. So then that way we have income coming from the States as well, um, in terms of real estate. And but things could change. We might decide to sell it, uh, but I'm kind of thinking that we'll more than likely hang on to it, because we'll be going back and forth. At least I will, for sure, because my daughters and the rest of my family is still here in the States. I don't have any grandkids yet, but hopefully in the future, not so distant future. Maybe one of my daughters will give me some. So I'll definitely, should that happen, I'll definitely be coming back and forth more often. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on. Hey there. I don't know who's joined us. Let me know who has joined me. Drop a comment, anything you want to know or anything like that. Also, I've been following several channels on YouTube, investing channels. One channel in particular called Paycheck to Portfolio, and what he does is he invests his entire paycheck into his brokerage account, and then he then lives out of his brokerage account, and they live off of the margin, the difference between what his investments are producing in terms of dividends, um, and then he uses margin, which is basically borrowing against your investments, to fund his lifestyle, him and his wife and children lifestyle. So I really like that strategy. I've watched several channels that are doing that strategy. So I bought Paycheck to Portfolio's guide, and I set up our investment account with E-Trade, following that strategy. I guess I've been doing it for about a month. I'm going to start showing what I'm doing with that. I was going to start showing it, but then this whole shutdown thing happened. So I was like, okay, well, once we go back to the office, then I'll start showing what I'm doing and giving regular updates on that. But so far, I think I've earned over $400 in dividends, and that's just based upon about 14,000 that I put in. So I just closed out everything I had with that we had with M1 Finance, and then I did a loan against my TSP with my job, because federal employees, we have TSP, which is thrift savings. It's basically like a 401k. And so I took out a loan against that to fund the brokerage account, because although this year so far I think the TSP is earning about 12%, I can make a lot more with my brokerage account, even though it's taxable. I'm right now so far in just a month or a little over a month, I think it's earning well over 30%. So um, if things go as planned with that, we'll be able to live off of the dividends from that in just a short period of time, probably in about 48 months, which will line up perfectly with us going over to moving over to Kenya. So we'll have that income plus the income from our real estate here in the States, plus our Airbnb business that we'll have over there. And also, my husband, he'll qualify for Social Security to take our Social Security early at 62. So we'll have plenty enough income if everything goes, as planned. But even if it doesn't all go as planned like that, um, just his Social Security and our rental income from our house here will be um, enough. Because over there, you can get they call it the K visa. It's basically the retirement visa. And all you need is $2,000 a month to qualify for that visa. And then you have to live in country for 4 years, and then you can apply for citizenship. So that's kind of the plan that we are going to take, or that we plan on taking. So yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with us and me and what I'm doing while we're furloughed. Um, and so I will probably go ahead this week and apply for unemployment, although it's because we're in a low income state. The unemployment, the maximum you can get is, I think it's about $276 a week, which I guess that's better than nothing. But some of the other high income cost of living states, I think the max is like closer to 600 a week or something like that. But like I said, it's better than nothing. Of course, when we go back to work, you have to pay that back because we'll get back pay. So that's why I'm kind of waiting. It's like, do I really want to be bothered with all of that? And there is at least in Nevada and California, I know for sure, and I'm pretty sure it's probably the same here. There is a waiting period, and I think it's like 7 days or something like that. So that was the other reason why I was waiting, because it hasn't even been 7 days yet since we were furloughed. So, yeah. So that's what's kind of been going on, folks. But I don't want to stay on here too long. I didn't plan on being on here more than about 10 or 15 minutes, and it's already 19 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live, and maybe I'll get back on here if I feel like talking about something. All right. Peace out until next time.